first 9 games.
I don't know if you'd call this start a surprise exactly, but they've proven that they're going to be able to stand toe-to-toe with anybody.
Meanwhile, the final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback.
Ready? Move way. Come on. Sunday. Hey.
Winston now to throw on first down. They'll get this out to Kamara. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down.
That's how we do it, baby.
It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
Tight on this side, boys. Tight on the left. Tight on the left.
To throw, Winston. Airing one out for Crowder. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. This will be fielded at the 17. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at their 38. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39.
No chance.
The numbers for him from a week ago. Now you figure that he'll probably be a big factor in this one as well.
No question about it, partner. We just saw it right there. They want to get him the ball in space and see what he can do after the catch.
Here's second and 9. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Oh, yeah. Rocco switch.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. Second and 6.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5.
We got to step it up. Go street. 26 Mike. 26 Mike. I got you, punk. 79 Bronco. 26 Mike. 26 Mike. Here we go. 26 Mike. 26 Mike.
He'll look to throw. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. Touchdown! A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Huskies have taken a first quarter lead. Extra point up and through. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Montez Sweat make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Jameis to throw it. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. A big kick that time, 52 yards.
Let's go.
And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
All day. 26, Mike. 26, Mike. Coming to you. Coming to you. 26.
Back to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
That's how we do it.
Devon Hamilton, never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. Throw left side complete. That's Patrick. Touchdown! A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, #8 on the season. And the Huskies are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And now out come the Bills. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10.
Ready? Mike 25. Stay with your man. Mike 7. Mike 7.
Off the play fake, Winston. Man open, that's Kiki. QT complete.
Come on now, come on. Let's go.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to... Get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go, D.
Mike 7, Mike 7.
Working out of the gun, Winston. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
We played to win.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Wait. Five, 3, 2, 3.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Play fake. Winston. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job, because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
And if you're wondering just how quickly that sack occurred, the next-gen stats tell us 2.6 seconds is all he had to throw the football. On 3rd down, Winston. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Beautiful throw right there on 3rd down, and it looked like this was going to be 6 points, but a nice touchdown-saving tackle at the end of this. Even still, this offense is not going to...
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown.
Good job.
Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Bills draw a bit closer. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point.
Alert! Alert! Bronco switch.
And that one makes it 14-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
26, Mike, 26.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Here we go on 4th down. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. Powerful running. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
Come on, fellas.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
And meanwhile, Winston's throw here taken in by Knox. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Move. We got 4.
To throw again on 2nd down. Winston. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Throwing, Winston. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Toronto's offense ready to take over. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
51 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
19 tight. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Patrick. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down now, but that clock rolling.
That's right, baby.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones.
Let's get this all
A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. This is taken at the 15.
Let's go.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books. But it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point.
Wide, get wide. Hey, check that, street.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Mike, 57. 57 to Mike. 57.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll look to throw. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
3 down. 7 Pirates. 26, Mike.
He'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down?
Check 30. Check Bobcat.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Harrington. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. We have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, where you see the final score there. Dak Prescott, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. From there, we head up to the Motor City to check in on the Lions at home at Ford Field. And it was the visiting Chicago Bears who come away with the victory. Tua Tagovailoa, strong in the victory as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. And then one more to highlight, Monday Night Football. As folks, you'll see a good one between the Tennessee Titans and the New Orleans Saints. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for Buffalo in that first half. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first two quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. Meanwhile, on the other side, they had a little more success than their counterparts did.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8 on second down now. It's Schwartz. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Check.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight. Big alert. 3 down. 26 Mike. Here it comes. 79 Bronco. 26 Mike. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. 26 Mike. Let's go, D. Tighten up. 26 Mike.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
26 Mike. Check. 26 Mike.
Back to throw now on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Patrick.
Let's go.
Second and 8.
Right there. Street. 26 Mike. Back in 60. 26 Mike. Who that? Go.
They'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
26 Mike. I'm here all day. 26 Mike.
Back to throw again. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
Long day for you. Hey, 18 Rattler. I'm coming.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. That is caught inside the 5. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Huskies take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game. A 10-play drive that time, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now it's Kamara in the passing game, and he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Winston's throw taken in by Diggs. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
Everyone's got four down.
Again, it's Winston. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. Powering his way, and he works free. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Clean it up, baby.
Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And the lead is down to 2. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Toronto's offense ready to take over. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Here I come again. Here I come again.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Patrick. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
19 line. 57. Mike, 57.
Back to throw here. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
26 Mike. 26 Mike. Here we go. Here we go. 27.
They're going to look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Carl Lawson has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Trap 60. Trap 60. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Check 13.
Welcome back to Toronto. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on fourth down. Let's see what's in store here. They'll look to throw here. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Huskies are able to stretch out their lead. So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.
A very good drive, and now conversion to make it a two-score game and a solid lead.
And he will dive into the end zone, and the two-point conversion is successful.
Got him again.
So they try to make it a two-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A two-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Baby, let's go.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Seven's a Mike. Mike 7.
First down, Winston. And Diggs has it. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Escaping the pressure, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Isaiah Simmons able to get him for a loss of about 3. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
They certainly have the right read on that one. The weak spot in a cover 2 defense, right down the middle because it really stresses the safeties. And they're going to be a little bit frustrated they weren't able to connect on that one.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That'll bring up fourth down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran?
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Well, I guess an interception at this point on fourth down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. It's soft, baby. That's baby soft.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He finds his man, complete. It's Harrington. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So first and 10 now from the 30. hands it off out of the gun. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now back to throw.
Here we go.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Flush to his right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
That's how we do it.
Carl Lawson in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. Let's go, baby. Return.
He'll look to throw. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. The decision to go for it doesn't pan out, and the Bills are going to get the football back.
I don't even
know why this team showed up.
Mike 9. Hey, we gotta get tonight. Mike over there. Come on,
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder, and he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 39, and the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Panther 60.
Let's go one more.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
26 Mike. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here. On EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
26 Mike. Okay, double up.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. He'll get this one to Patrick. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
26, Mike. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. That's trash. Go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Trucks over him and able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
26, Mike.
Check tight end, check tight. Check tight.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
SOS, SOS, SOS.
And it's a touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Huskies add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And the Bills are going to recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Single, slop. Hey, you're on an island over there.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Winston on 3rd and 2. On the catch, it's Crowder. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Jamison Crowder. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Everybody stay under control. Let's just make plays, man.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And it looks like this one won't work out. Hands team able to secure the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
In your face.
19 Lion.
Watch 57.
You ain't going.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And he goes diving to get as much as he can following a big gain. A nice little cherry on top there at the end. And they rattle off a big one. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. He'll look to throw, sliding out of the pocket, and he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. It's their quarterback, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Huskies are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Hey, watch that.
The toss running left. Winters.
Watch the slant.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
And the Bills are going to recover. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
A 1st down throw for Winston. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Well, they knew a lot of steps had to happen here. They got step 1, the touchdown. You need a 2-point conversion here, don't you?
You do, and as you continue to look ahead, if they're able to get that, somehow get the ball back and get another score, they have to go for 2 again. That's why teams are practicing multiple 2-point plays.
We saw that in Super Bowl 51 with the Patriots getting a pair of big 2-point conversions. Winston. And that one is caught. So they convert here, and don't look now, but this one's back to a 1-score game. So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
On 1st down, Winters. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Double dog, that's the way.
But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they
It's Madden NFL 22, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the football team and the Huskies, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Washington football team. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. Nothing here. 319.
Rodgers now on first down. He finds Corey Davis. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
630, wide left, go to 50.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll try the right side with Eckler. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Rodgers now to throw. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Now Rodgers. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. And that throw there going to put him over 4,000 yards passing now for the season, maybe strengthening his MVP consideration.
And you figure with still a handful of games left to play, 5,000 yards is not totally out of the realm of possibility. The way he is playing, I think he's going to get there.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going.
Touchdown, Washington. Austin Eckler, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Picking up where they left off before the open week that they had last week as they won going into that, and no signs of being stale.
No, and that's really big for them because there's a trust factor that goes into this, because what often happens, if you win the game before your open week, you usually get more time off. But if you win the game before the open week, get more time off, and don't play well the next time out, that goes away. So they're making a statement that they like that time off.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 20. Three.
Good job. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ringo, Ringo. Yeah. You don't want none? Come back team. Come back team.
They'll come out throwing here on first down, eluding the press, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. They'll look to throw here. He finds his man, complete. That's Patrick. The 30, 10, 5, touchdown. A big play there. 92 yards. And the Huskies are an extra point away from evening this one up. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film,
Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Running on first down, Eckler. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one. First down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
He'll drop to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and all the way in for the touchdown. A great play there. 96 yards.
And the Huskies have taken the lead.
This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
Washington on 3rd down.
They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. To throw is Rodgers. He completes it to Beckham. And out across midfield down to the 45. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Here's Rodgers. Going right back to Beckham here, complete. Touchdown! Odell Beckham with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And Washington has tied the ball game with the extra point still to come.
Extra point splits the uprights, and with it, his guys take the lead here by a point.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Toronto's offense ready to take over.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And does Washington have it? They do.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Yeah, 300. Yeah, 300. 4 down, 4 down.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Now Rodgers. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And oh, deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always...
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw now in his own end zone.
Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Now this throw caught.
You gotta love it, baby.
Side.
Give me some more.
And touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season.
And the Huskies have regained the lead.
Extra point right down the middle, and that gives them a 3-point lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On 1st down, Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. He finds his man, complete. That's Jenkins. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Mike 7, Mike.
On the give, this is Eckler. Now room for Eckler. And all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Get ready, get ready. Get ready.
Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation, pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit, too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10.
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
Check pass, check pass.
They'll drop the throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So with a yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? All right, 300. That means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle.
Taking it right down Broadway. And he goes diving to get as much as he can, following a big gain. A nice little cherry on top there at the end. A big play there. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Huskies are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Washington going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And they'll get him down here at the 23. That catch good for only a couple.
Mike 7. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. He finds his target, Beckham. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo. And it's the Chiefs who have the lead in the second.
An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Taken in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this one. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. Back to throw now on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Patrick. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Back to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Huskies take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First possession of the second half now for Washington. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Throwing is Rodgers. That's into the hands of Eckler. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
We got this.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
A handoff, it's Eckler. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Offside, defense.
So naturally they will decline it. They got the first down anyway on the play.
Who needs a penalty when you picked up the first down through hard work and effort anyway? First down.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Rodgers now on first down. He'll get this to Eckler. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Washington. Odell Beckham. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And Washington able to cut into that deficit. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. From the 6. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He has been on his A game. We're in the 3rd quarter. He's already in search of touchdown pass number 5.
He's played so well that it's hard for me to take my eyes off of him, even when he's not on the field. I keep finding him on the bench in between series, wondering what he's going to do next. This has been a blast to watch him play the position.
He's been spectacular with those 4 touchdown passes.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, Bear, and he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. And quickly, they get to the line.
Kill.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one, because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here, 3rd quarter. We'll see what else he has in store for us. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, it's Rodgers.
He'll find Bryant, his tight end. It's complete.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Rip left, rip left.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
4 down, 4 down.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Finds the open target, Arnold. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Let's go. Let's go.
A big play that time on the catch and run. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
4 down, 4 down.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Arnold. Touchdown. Dan Arnold. His 9th touchdown of the season.
And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Toronto's offense ready to take over.
Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd. In a foot or so. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete.
Touchdown!
Anthony Schwartz.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year.
And the Huskies add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Now the try here for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. Oh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
Now a throw here to his running back.
That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
7's a Mike. Mike 7. Watch the run.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And that is caught. It's Davis. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Eckler. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Austin Eckler.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And Washington able to cut into that deficit. Well, the big play prior to this one got him down there, and they're able to stick it in on the very next snap.
And I think those last 2 plays, that's what you're talking about, balance, right? Big pass play, puts them in position, turn right around and hand it off, and you've got a running play that finishes it off in the end zone.
Now the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Toronto's offense ready to take over. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Got an open man. It's Schwartz.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll get this one to Patrick. The 20. Touchdown. A big play there. 67 yards.
And the Huskies extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And this taken in at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And as we peer at the numbers, he got off to a struggling start, but since then really found his rhythm.
And I think that comes together with not just the halftime adjustments, but just that quiet confidence. If you just keep doing the things you've been working on, eventually there will be creases. You know, find those gaps in the defense, keep working on.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Micah Parsons
just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete.
Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out.
And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab.
And the Huskies are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. And nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Washington offense set to take over. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
On first down, Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
You got tricks, you got 3. 12 for mine, 12 for mine. Brilliant.
Now it's Rodgers. Finds a seam inside the 40. And all the way down to the 5.
Let's go,
a huge play there for Washington. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Now Rodgers.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
line of scrimmage. Once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Rodgers again now.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
Davante Adams hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And Washington able to close the gap just a bit.
And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Hey, we got a seal.
Rodgers will throw for it. He's got it. So they convert to 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Open man here, Schwartz, complete. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
57 to Mike. 70 Ranger.
They'll look to throw. Flush to his right.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll set up to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Patrick.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout
as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Mike 38. Let's go, D. Let's go. 38 to Mike. Silver. Mike 38. Mike 38.
Back to throw again. Into the hands of Patrick, left side.
Oh, boy, you ain't got no feet.
A great play there. 56 yards.
And the Huskies have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 23. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
Come on now, let's go.
Another drive coming up for this Washington offense.
Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory Not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. From the 38, Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Throwing on first down is Rodgers.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off at the 22. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
As they try to finish things off in this fourth quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6.
Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll look to throw here. Under pressure, and they got to him again. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Toronto, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Washington, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead, they fall to 5-7. And they'll try again next week at home against New England.